Hi, my name is Adam Bright from Peterborough Ambulance Station. I'm aware of some issues with the Striker power stretchers failing recently, so I thought I'd make this short video just a handy reminder of what to do should you have a power failure when using the stretcher. So it's important to remember that the Power Pro EXT Stretcher takes its power from the battery on board, which is located down here. So in the event of a power failure, first thing to do is try changing the battery over with the fully charged spare located in this cupboard here, okay? To release the battery, find the red button on this side, push the button, battery slides out from the other side. So you've changed the battery, stretcher's still not working, but you need to bring it out to load the patient. Process is this: same red lever, stretcher out, in order to drop the wheels to the floor, find the red handle here. Squeeze this red handle, then release once the wheels touch the floor. Once the wheels are on the floor, find the control panel on the side of the power load system. You're looking for the down arrow to bring the lifting arms down. Okay, so you're going to press and hold the down arrow. Until the lifting arms are fully out of the way. So once the lifting arms are fully out of the way, find the red manual override release lever here and lift up. So next up, I'm going to show you how to raise and lower the stretcher in the event of a power failure. So two-person operation to lower the stretcher down. You take the weight of the stretcher each end, squeeze the red lever down at the foot ends. You load your patient on. Once the patient's on the stretcher, reverse process, take the weight and then lift it back up again. So we're going to say the patient's loaded on the stretcher. So we're going to push the stretcher back onto the ambulance in the normal manner now. Once the stretcher's loaded, find the up arrow on the power load system, push it to lift the arms up. Okay, so now the operator at the foot end squeezes the red lever. Second person lifts the legs back up. So that's given you an overview of what to do in the event of a power failure on the Power Pro EXT Stretcher. Should you have a power failure with the power load system, there's a slightly different process to follow. The first you'll know of a problem with the power load system, you'll see that the wheels haven't been lifted off the floor of the ambulance, okay? So a couple of things to check. Check the engine starts on the vehicle, let it run for a couple of minutes just to make sure the batteries aren't too low. Secondly, check the power button on the side of the power load system. A couple of quick troubleshooting things to try. If neither of those have worked, then this is a process to follow. So we're going to pull the stretcher out. Just bear in mind it's going to drop down slightly. Once the stretcher is fully extended, press the plus button to drop the wheels to the floor. So once the wheels are on the floor, you're going to find the button on the right on the control panel of the power load system. You're going to squeeze this button and then you're going to reach underneath to pull these arms down. You're going to pull them all the way down until they stop moving. Release the stretcher using the override lever. So with the stretcher off the ambulance, we now need to move the power load system back inside. Okay, we need to do this manually because there's still no power to this power load section. So lift the arm up. We're now going to push it all the way inside. Back in again. So in order to load the stretcher back onto the ambulance, remember we've still got no power to the power load system. You'll see there's a bar here underneath and there's these wheels here as well. This bar is going to catch on this yellow safety hook, and these wheels are going to take the weight of the head end of the stretcher on the floor of the ambulance. So we're going to push the stretcher onto the vehicle. You'll see the yellow safety hook's taken the end of the stretcher. From the foot end, you're going to take the weight of the stretcher, press the minus, and then you're going to walk the stretcher inside. So this is once we've got the patient to the hospital, we need to get the stretcher back off the vehicle again now. So a couple of things to bear in mind, it's important to note. We've had to manually load the stretcher, so the power load system is going to stay at that end of the ambulance. So we need to be very careful when we bring the stretcher off this time. So pull the stretcher out, taking the weight of the foot ends. The bar will catch on a yellow safety hook, then you can drop the wheels to the floor. So if you need to release the tension, we're going to lift up this bar and then you can release the stretcher. So this is the process to offload the stretcher in the event of a power failure. Once you've safely offloaded your patient, you'll need to report the failure to fleet in the normal process.